What is the state of the economy of Mombasa County, being that the governor shares a cordial relationship with the president at the moment?
Mombasa's economy is indicative of the general Kenyan economy. I think if the economy of Kenya is doing good, then the Mombasa's economy is also going to be doing good. And at the present, the economy, I think, is suffering, the whole of Kenya. So is the Mombasa's economy, because I think the rate of joblessness is very high. Many young people do not have jobs. So generally, I think the whole idea that there are many young people who are jobless is an indicator that the economy is not doing very well. And because generally the Kenyan economy, because for example, the prices of food items is still very expensive in Mombasa. Transportation is equally expensive. So we expect that the normal citizen is feeling the pinch of a very bad economic status in Kenya in general and in Mombasa as well.
How is the performance of the county department, especially departments like the education department?
Yes. The devolution outlines the role of the county government in education, and this is mostly confined to pre-primary education, and we have seen examples where the county government Department of Education has done, we cannot say so well, but has made an effort, for example, to build a number of kindergartens, very impressive ones. I've seen, I think, one in the Kisauni area towards Junda, I think, a very, very impressive preschool learning center. Would have expected that these would be spread throughout the whole of the county of Mombasa, but this has not happened, and probably we need to encourage the county government to do more to improve the status of education in Mombasa. But generally, we want to say that people would expect that the county government will do something about primary schools or secondary schools, but that is not the mandate. The constitution does not give the county government that mandate. It only confines it to pre-primary education. And so far, what we have seen from the county of Mombasa is that they are making an effort to perform that mandate. It's not adequate, but there is some effort that is being made here.
What about the Department of Inspectorates?
Yes.
Is the performance good, or?
I can give one area where the Department of Inspectorate is doing a commendable job. I think in managing traffic, I can say that they have performed exceptionally well to manage traffic, particularly in the morning when there is rush and in the evening where there is rush. They've managed to have an elaborate plan where vehicles from certain hours can only be allowed to use one-way traffic. So this is an effort that is, I think, commendable. You have seen them on the main streets where they are controlling traffic quite well. I think there we can give them an applaud for a job well done. I don't know. The inspectorate has many other functions. I think at the market they need to improve the way their performance in the market areas, because I think there is still it's very chaotic when you go to the market areas. It's still quite chaotic. I haven't sometimes also in parking. That is also part of their function, and I think there have been complaints about the way that they deal with citizens where citizens perhaps might have parked their vehicles wrongly. And I think their action sometimes is not very friendly. So they need to improve. They need to improve on their public relations, with customers and the citizens of Mombasa, particularly in the area of parking. But generally, I think the Inspectorate Department has done very well in managing traffic.
Because my next question was, is there hope in service deliveries in Mombasa County?
We still have challenges. For example, in garbage collection. They have done very well to relocate Kibarani, maybe to Makirunge, but still there is a lot of garbage that is produced in Mombasa, and this is the responsibility of the county government in terms of providing services, and they need to improve on that. Water is still a major challenge in Mombasa. I think last 3 weeks we went for almost 3 weeks without running water in our taps. So they still need to keep on making improvements on this. We have seen an effort, for example, in encouraging owners of buildings in Mombasa to repaint them. There have been challenges, I think, in terms of how this policy has been implemented. But still, it's some kind of an improvement on the part of the county government in trying to ensure that Mombasa is a clean city, it's a beautiful city. But I am sure there are other services where the county government is supposed to deliver, which still remains a challenge. Health services, for example, still remains a very big challenge. We can say there are improvements, but not to the expectations of the people in Mombasa, because you expect to go to the hospital where you are treated, you get the necessary medicine, you go to very clean hospitals. These services, there is some improvement, but I think the people of Mombasa expect much more in terms of the improvement that is there, in terms of service delivery. I think agriculture, still there is very little that has been done in improving agriculture, because it's part of the mandate of the county governments. Fisheries, still we haven't seen much in fisheries. Maybe they're still planning to do something, but we haven't seen much in improving fisheries. Generally, what is called now the blue economy, I think there is need for Mombasa to improve on these aspects.
Recently, there was a proposal to increase land rates.
Yes.
That saw the Kisauni MP come out in argument with the finance chair, Honorable Hatmi. Do you think Mombasa is a threat of which we should be able to increase the land rates?
First of all,
It's a good idea.
The county government expects to collect revenue out of land rates. This is one of the major revenue collection areas for the county government. So it has a right to collect revenue. But if the county government wants to increase land rates, there must be extensive consultation for all citizens, because this is something that affects all citizens. So there must be extensive consultation, and the increase must be objective. It is not arbitrary. I think what we saw was some kind of an arbitrary move by the county government to increase land rates without involving the larger segment of the population. And so the MP was right to disagree with this policy of arbitrarily increasing land rates. But generally, the county government is within its mandate to review occasionally the land rates. But the process in which they undertake this review, it must be inclusive. It must make sure that it gets the opinion of every individual, every stakeholder. Because I think the challenge this time was that the stakeholders were caught unawares, and they're just told that the land rate has increased, I don't know, 1,000% or something. And that is not something which is very objective. So there must be a very specific policy that has been debated upon, that has been explained to the citizens, has been explained to stakeholders. And I'm sure when they do that, there will be an agreement that everybody will see the reason why the county government needs to increase land rates. But having said that, you must also understand the side of the county government, because I think in their thinking they are losing a lot of revenue because it has taken too long before the land rates have been reviewed. So there must be a specific policy that says land rates will be reviewed after every 2 years, after every 3 years, or after every 5 years, depending on the market value of the properties. So it should not be uniform. It should be based on the market value of the properties. But I think this time they just made a uniform increase of land rates for the whole of the properties in Mombasa. You know, some properties, they are not even worth the rate that they are paying annually, which is not fair, I think.
Yeah. Then our friend just asked us, should I call it inaitwa swali ya kizushi?
Yes.
Anauliza, how is the performance of the deputy governor?
I think in terms of the role that deputy governor plays and the way he has performed so far, I want to say he is the icing on the cake in English. Yeah, he's the icing on the cake. I think he's a very level-headed deputy governor. He knows what his role is, and he makes every effort to ensure that he performs his role and he delivers for the people of Mombasa. He's very articulate in terms of explaining the policies of the county government. So I think he's one person in the county government that I can say with a lot of confidence that he has made every effort possible to deliver or to perform his role as is required. He's not a politician, and people always expect somebody who would make public statements, public pronouncements. I think he's not that kind of a leader. He's a leader who goes to the office and knows what he's supposed to do, and he does everything within his ability to deliver on that.
Thank you so much.